before I start getting into it with Warren, his creator code, if you want to give him a follow, in Fortnite is WornSnow88, which leads me to believe he was born when I was in college. I'll just say that, unless that 88 means something else, but I'm guessing that.
That 88 was automatically chosen by my Xbox when I created that account.
All right, so you're not 88 years old, and you probably weren't born in 1988.
I was not
Oh,
born
all
in
right.
1988.
So then I retract that statement before. It's just a random number. It's just a random number. Um, all right. Well, good. Well, thanks again, Warren, for popping in. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go back to the main screen so I could see your Fortnite skin. But again, you guys, if you guys want to search up Warren Snow 88, and you'll have access to his maps now. I'm pretty sure he just released the Downtown Zero build is one of your new ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I usually start thanks again for coming in. Can you give us a little background? I've been remiss, like the past few times. I'm always interested in. I don't like asking like personal information, like specific age. I know there's some younger people that are in the community, but I am kind of curious for people if they've had, if they have like college or university, like training, whether it might be like coding or design or any like previous work experience. You don't have to talk about like specific stuff like that, but I am kind of curious, like when people have that kind of background, if it helped them, lead towards like the game dev or even specific game dev experience. Or I know a lot of people were interested in it from like a non-professional way, and then they kind of got into it that way. So if you want to just tell us like a little maybe of like the prehistory of your background, that'd be great. I'd love to hear that.
So I kind of just jumped into everything because I was really lucky. So do you remember when they did like the Block 2.0?
I did not start playing Fortnite until Chapter 2, so the block was a little before me.
I mean like the second one that they did in Chapter 3, I believe.
I don't remember that. Was that one that was done by like creative people, like outside creators?
It was like rebuild tilted, and you'd make a block and submit it, and then I think Epic would choose the top 3, and people would be able to vote on them in game.
Oh, I'm not sure if I knew about that because I started at Chapter 2, and I didn't know there was another one of those block areas about that. So that's cool. I'll have to kind of look that up a little bit.
My block is actually in this map that we have selected right now.
Oh, the one that you built a block that got into the block 2.0, and that one is in the new downtown map that you have.
I wasn't able to actually submit it because there's this alternate way they created for people to sign up to get a creator code where they didn't need like 1,000 followers or subscribers.
Yeah.
And I didn't get in until like a day after submissions closed, but I still got in.
Okay.
So that's how I kind of started. And with like practice on game dev, like building stuff, the closest I could really relate to was like just me playing Minecraft, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I did in high school, like a couple of years ago, I did take Photoshop class and do a bunch of different Adobe classes.
Yeah.
So I do have access and experience with Photoshop.
Sure. Yeah, I think honestly, I feel like a lot of people, even if they end up with actual like game dev professional experience, I feel like a lot of people always started doing what was easily accessible for them, for like doing like player mods or doing stuff in Minecraft. Minecraft has like a lot of accessibility for making your own resource packs and just like building stuff freely, obviously. But there's always like games where you can kind of like do some customized stuff. So I think a lot of people that are interested in that stuff kind of like use that as a gateway to get into other things. So I think that's pretty common.
Yeah. That's kind of where I come from.
That's cool. So like when you did that stuff, when you did the block that you didn't submit for the 2.0, was that in creative, or that was before UEFN came out, right? That was
that was like a year before UEFN even was released.
That's what I thought. All right, that's good. So basically you've been working in the Fortnite creative space for like you said, like at least like a year and a half before UEFN came out. And when UEFN came out, did you jump on that right away? Were you playing
I
on?
did.
Okay, all right. So
This map specifically, actually, that we're on,
yeah,
there's another version of it called Townsworth.
yep.
The reason that this one exists now is because that one's somewhat bugged. I can't load into a session with it. It'll say disconnected.
Oh, that's weird.
So I
That's
kind
weird.
of duplicated all the assets from the main like POI in the middle. I'm gonna update this one and make it a little bit different, but the landscape on this one's completely different from that one. But
Okay.
I just want to have something that I can update.
Yeah, yeah.
That's this kind of map.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, that's good. And I think it's not uncommon to kind of like want to reuse some of the assets or things that you've made from one map to the next. But yeah, just the other day I was having some. I kept on trying to run sessions in one of the maps that I'm working on right now, and I kept on disconnecting me just as the session was updating, and it was driving me crazy. I ended up not. It was fine today, but I think that does happen to people occasionally. Obviously, there's still lots of bugs, with that we deal with in UEFN.
Yeah, I tried to report mine, and it's just like you. So you load in,
Yeah.
and right as you get onto the map,
Mhm.
it'll say disconnected. Like you'll never even be connected to the session.
Oh, that's so
Super weird.
weird. Yeah, that is really weird. Yeah, sometimes I wonder if there's like just one asset somewhere that's just causing like a disconnect problem with it but the new version you're not having problems with, right?
Yeah, this one I'm not having
Okay.
problems with
All
so
right.
far. Hopefully, it'll stay that way.
That's good. That's good. Um uh so let me ask you, are you doing like map creation? Is this something that you're doing full time, or is it just kind of like on the side, or are you trying to incorporate it with like other work or other schooling that you may be, dealing with?
It's kind of on the side. I work on a lot of stuff in my free time when
Okay.
I'm home from school and bored. Like, I enjoy playing Fortnite as a whole,
Yeah.
but I hate solos with a burning passion.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll build when I'm bored.
I gotcha. I gotcha. And like playing with, friends and stuff like that, or other people
Yeah.
that you know. Yeah, that's good. I think that's I kind of feel the same way. Like if I don't mind doing solos too often, but I get the most enjoyment if I'm playing with other people that I know, and you kind of like team up and you kind of just work together as a team.
Yeah.
Um, welcome in, Reasonable. Reasonable hates playing with friends. Yeah, well, Reasonable doesn't have any friends, so of course he hates it. All right, so let me see. Did you have any? I see you have like these. Let me go back to your creator page. I mean, you have a bunch of maps. It looks like most of them are kind of like fighting general. Oh, you got some prop hunts there, zone wars. Do you have like any? Like, are you working towards any specific goals as a creator at this point, or are you just trying to create stuff that you enjoy playing? Or are you trying to shoot for like certain earnings or certain player counts or anything like that? Like, generally, what are your general aims, as a creator at this point for yourself?
I'm still kind of aiming for getting into new things. Like this zero build free for all, I got into learning how to make a different kind of landscape material. I had a lot of fun with it, and I
Okay.
can easily change the textures on it.
Yep.
And I also try to aim for, every so often, I try to get a different style of map out that I haven't published before.
Nice. I think that's important. I think also a lot of the people in the creative space, just kind of like pushing themselves, and as we do different things, you kind of pick up some new skills, whether it's in some coders learning new things, or you know general designers just breaking out of their style and kind of like exploring other things. So I mean that's pretty good. Are there any type of maps that like you personally enjoy creating or playing the most, like the ones that you do create?
The ones that I create, I like the ones where I get to do a lot of environmental work in. Like
Okay.
this one, I enjoyed it a lot. I know there's still some work that needs to be done around some portions of the map,
Okay.
but still, I enjoy doing environment a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I could see that, and I think that's totally understandable. You want to jump into this one, and you could like walk me around a little bit, and I'll switch it to like maybe a private one. and
Sure.
and we could still talk, and you could just walk around. You could show me some things. We could talk about that a little bit. Um, and while we're loading up, are there anything or any things that you wouldn't mind seeing changing or being altered in the creator space? Maybe any issues. It could be, with the software or with Discover or any of that stuff, really. I'm not sure there's any. A lot of times people might have something.
It is really hard to like think of one direct thing. I feel like once you think more into it, it kind of expands out.
Yeah.
I have a hard time getting to Discover, but I think that should be a good thing that it's hard to get into Discover.
Yeah.
I don't know. My one main issue was the lobby backgrounds, but they just changed that, and I
Yeah.
like that they changed that.
They did just make an update to that. So what Warren is talking about, there's been this rule in place that the lobby background is kind of like the background that you see right now on this image. And we could have custom ones as the map is loading, instead of seeing the Fortnite default one. There's been a rule in place that if there's any text elements at all, the map will get a fail, and it will get taken down if it's up already. And it could be literally the simplest thing. So like if you had like a vending machine, or if there was a car driving by in the background and the car had like the number 10 on it, or if there's a clock in the background and you could see one of the clock numbers, it would get a fail. Like there's no leeway, and a lot of us would get fails and we wouldn't know why, and we'd post our images and people would look through it and they're like, oh, there's a gas station. You could see like there's the letter G on the gas station, and it failed because of that, which kind of doesn't make sense. I know they're trying to reduce things like people putting in like clickbait items and stuff like that, but I feel like moderation was lacking either the skills or the ability to make those determinations, and it was really frustrating as creators. So they just changed that recently, so we're allowed to have text elements in the lobby backgrounds now, and it is kind of like a overall rule that changed. But I know we will start seeing really odd lobby backgrounds that are probably clickbaity and probably not probably really the best. That's my take on it. I kind of wish moderation could just use like their judgment and saying, oh, you can't say that in your lobby background, but numbers on a clock face, that's okay because we know you're not trying to do anything. But they're either not given the ability to make that judgment call, or they just can't do it. Let's see. Oh, you guys are just chatting away. All right, so oh, I like the lobby area.
Oh, thank you. I changed this completely from the other one. The other one used to use they were on these like tables and they would spin around, and I thought that was cool at first, but now I like this better.
Let me check one thing on my keyboard settings. All right, so this is a free-for-all? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna grab some like random mobility items.
All right, that's a good idea. I'll grab some weapons, just... So tell me a little bit about the map while we're here. You have all these weapons. It looks like other weapons, they're all gold weapons.
Yeah, for the most part, they're gold.
Okay.
The only thing different about this is that I have consumables kind of limited.
Yeah.
Because I think that it's annoying when somebody runs away forever and heals forever.
Yeah, I agree. I like that.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you went into the portal.
No, I forgot I had the inflatable, and I just double jumped and it activated, and I floated upwards.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, because we're under the ocean. We're in a no water volume.
It's kind of funny because I was just modding up a weapon. Once the mod bench came out, I kind of had a feeling it was going to be there for all the rest of all the following seasons. But then they just took it out and they switched it up, and Artie says I like taking more. Um, but it's kind of funny because as creators, now we have to have like the mod bench like in every time you have like a lobby because like a handful of weapons can get modded, but all the other weapons can't get modded, and it's kind of annoying as a creator to have to kind of. I know we don't have to put those weapons in, but it's just
I wish we could preset the mods that are on the weapons. When I would put them in the item granters.
Yeah, I would do that in a second. I would just make a couple of preset modded weapons and let people grab it. And if they wanted to change it after the fact, they could.
It's sad to me that they got rid of mods.
Yeah,
but they kind of kept it with the new weapons in a way because I believe. Well, I need to get a good example right here. This one, the Hollow Twister AR. So you can toggle weapon canting with this.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, you can see the weapon mod slots on it. Actually, on my screen I can. That's weird.
That's funny.
When it's on the ground, I could see the weapon mod slots when it's dropped. But they introduced the weapon canting for the... Yeah, I'm seeing this differently than you. But the weapon canting goes for all modded weapons.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just like the new ones. So they're kind of using it.
Yeah, and I think they kind of added that also probably for ballistics also, because it was probably one of the animations they needed for the first-person mode.
Yeah, I think with the new drum gun, it's kind of like, you can do that. But I have it up here because this thing's kind of crazy. I think it has 80 bullets per clip.
Oh yeah, that is a lot. 80 is a lot.
It is insane.
All right, I'm going to run in. Let's see. All right, so you start off with a little glider redeploy. Oh, the island looks really nice.
Thank you.
And what is the max player count on the island?
This one's 24. I could honestly probably have it bigger. It is a massive map.
Yeah, it looks really big.
But it's more like something you just play with your friends, just have a little bit of fun. That's how one of my Zone Wars maps is. There's a group that usually gets on and plays it multiple times a week.
Now, I'm in the center area now. Is this the area that you had in the block 2.0?
Here, I'll actually bring you over to my block building.
Okay.
Here, follow me. We're gonna walk to the left down the street.
Hey, this town is really cool.
Thank you. I updated it a little bit from the older one.
And can you
This is my block.
Oh, right here. Okay. Oh, the pizza pit.
So this one was to replace the I don't know the name of the building. It's one of the ones that got destroyed. It was next to No Sweat.
Okay. That looks really nice.
And it had a pizza pit in it, so I thought I should make one with a pizza pit in it, but also give it that similar looking style.
Yeah.
So this one's mainly like just a big restaurant, like business center.
I like it.
It's called the Pizza Pit Trifecta because there's 3 different businesses in it that just make it perfect.
Nice.
That
looks really
if
cool.
If you're not feeling pizza, there's a little cafe over here. If you need to sleep somewhere for the night, there's a little bed and breakfast too.
I mean, I love sleeping at my pizza joint, so that's that's cool. And are all the buildings in like the town, the interiors are done? Like you could go inside all of them and everything? I didn't even look.
Everything is interior built.
Oh, we're in
if you want out
CVs.
here, there's a little vent in the roof.
Oh, nice. All right, and then you have it set, so you can't destroy anything.
Yeah, if you really want to destroy things, you can go to. You see the mini map. There's little icons with a recycling.
Yeah.
Thing on it. Those are restock vending machines, so you can still kind of restock your stuff without dying.
Oh, okay.
So you could get, for example, porta bunkers, and you could destroy stuff with those. So if I were to throw this, would this destroy the whole road? Oh, no, it wouldn't. The roads are resized, so they don't. It's not like a different road each tile.
Okay.
If I threw it right here, it broke this little sidewalk piece. It broke the fences.
Oh yeah.
So you can destroy things.
You can,
kind of.
Just not. You can't go crazy with them and everything. Oh, that's good. I like that. It's like a little destruction, but not too much. So and how are you finding as far as you got squishies on the map too?
Yeah, I had the memory, so it's like I should put these in.
How are you finding like gameplay on the map? Like this map is pretty big, you know what I mean? So I mean, you could easily have probably like 50 people on this map, and it would be not overly crowded at all. Do you find that having maps of this size, like it's harder to fill it, and
It's
like harder to fill it in the sense that like this map might feel like if there's like only 2 or 3 people, it would feel kind of empty as compared to if it was.
It would feel kind of empty. My complaint is that nameplates don't render throughout the entirety of the map.
Okay.
Like that's the problem I have with it. I feel like if they would render for the entire map, they would be good because you could go over there. I mean, to the next player. I need to add more of those restock vending machines as I update this. Because they're only within the city for now.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just think that, yeah, that's like my main complaint about the whole map size thing. I know it is probably still too big. But
yeah, I mean, my only thought would be is even on something like this, I don't think it doesn't look like you have like the storm circle on there, but if you had the storm circle going, it would at least pull people into a smaller section of the map at once, and it might.
Yeah.
I don't usually love the storm circle in maps, but it is a really good way to kind of force people to get into a smaller area of a map.
With the first version of this map, the Townsworth,
Yeah.
When it got into Discover, a good amount of people would play it, and a lot of them would just play to kind of drive around in a car and enjoy it.
Oh, I bet.
I should probably add cars back. It's the one thing I don't have in are drivable vehicles. At these prop ones, so the roads aren't like empty.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I almost tried to get in one at first, but all right. So they're just the non-drivable cars.
Yeah, these ones are non-drivable. I should have added one in so I could just take you on a drive around the map.
Yeah, I know that's okay. We could.
I set up roads. If you look at the map,
Let's
you
see.
can kind of see.
Oh yeah.
All of the.
Oh wow. I mean, yeah, it is. It's huge. It's huge. And it looks like you start building out some of the other POIs, like in the south and east side and everything. This almost looks like not quite the size of a reload map, but like getting to that size. You know?
Imagine this city in the middle of a reload map. That would be crazy.
Yeah, this would be a really cool. Like just the city area would be a really cool reload style map. I mean, I love these buildings. I love the brick buildings. It's really cool. It is really cool. I thought you were gonna spin on that for a second, but yeah, it looks really cool.
It would be super cool if they did like a block for a reload map where they got like a whole creative team of like just a bunch of different creators.
Yeah. To
build a reload map. Like that would be super cool.
I think people have been wondering if they're gonna add some type of when did the block come out in chapter 1? Was that like season 5
I think
or
it was season 8?
Season 8.
I'm not 100% sure. All I remember is that they crushed risky reels with it.
Okay.
And it was kind of there until there was a build that shouldn't have been there that they didn't catch.
So I am kind of curious to see if they will add any of that. So the people that are watching, I mean, I wasn't around during chapter 1, but the block was basically this area in the map that allowed, you know, back then, you know, Creative 1.0 designers to submit a small design that would fit into that block, and get some of your work in that way. And that was like really big for a lot of people. That was like a way for people to really get their name out. So I am kind of curious to see if they're doing, you know, the OG season when they get to season 8 or whatever the season was that had the block, if they will do that again. You know, I know Directing Pete had like one of his maps there that was like the pyramid thing, and that was really huge for him. So I am kind of curious to to see if Epic will do that again.
Yeah, that would be super cool if they just had a bunch of these different creators building this giant reload map. Like maybe Epic would lay out the requirements for maybe the map size.
Yeah, I mean that would be really cool.
That'd be super cool.
Yep. Or even if they just said, listen, you work on this a small POI here, or somebody else could work on a POI on this location. It would be. I bet you'd end up with like a really cool, interesting map that way.
Oh yeah, like just a preset island, just like the blank spots and markings for where the POIs are.
Yeah, like they gave everyone, or not everyone, but they gave certain people, said, listen, you design something to fit in this POI, and they submitted everything, and Epic would just like combine everything.
Yeah.
And they could even swap out those POIs. Like if they were like 15 POIs or something, they could swap them out, like, or rotate them every few days. So, instead of 15, you get like maybe, 100 or something, map makers having their POI submitted. I mean, I would probably work on it.
Yeah. If it was like that, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be really, really cool.
I think even just like one map, because there's so many. I'd say there's a normal POI, there's a mega POI in the middle, and then there's a bunch of smaller ones.
I think, my guess is they probably aren't going to do something like that, but I know it would be rough probably if, they got like a dance stage. If, a lot of people were submitting, obviously they could only pick a few, I think people might be upset, like if theirs wasn't picked, but other people's was picked. I still think it'd be kind of cool, but I'm probably not counting my breath on that.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of curious to see what they'll do, because the block was a pretty big point of interest for the map when it was there, and they're gonna have to have something there. Maybe they'll have this. Yeah. Maybe they'll have the same submissions that they used during the OG season.
That's kind of what I was thinking. They would do that, and maybe even just have them randomized.
Yeah.
To go through all of those submissions that they had.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't surprise me if they ended up doing it that way.
It's either that, or they're gonna just leave risky reels there, not put the block there.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So if they opened up new ones, that'd be amazing too.
They could leave the same POI. So I will be curious to see what they do. I forgot. I turned the scope off. I don't think I ever use that. I don't think I ever, like, if I get like the hollow, or if I get like a scoped weapon, I would almost always leave it on scope. I wouldn't turn the canting off.
Oh, I turn it off so much.
Oh, you
do?
Maybe
that's because I like the feel of not being scoped in with everything all the time. Like, it's useful from a distance, but also my aim is like, every time I shoot, it's like flipping a coin. It's so random.
Yeah. Are you do you generally play on controller, or?
I'm on controller right now. If I was on keyboard and mouse, you'd hear it.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. That's funny. I caught the evil squishy.
I wanted to add the air ones too, but they take up like 12,000 memory.
Wait. Oh, each one does, or just?
Or just like
one does
an air sprite device takes up.
That's a lot.
12,
that's crazy.
Water sprite takes up like 6 or 8.
I wonder why there's so much. That's kind of crazy.
And these ones are more useful than the air ones to me.
They have shields. The evil squishies have shields.
I like that they let you set how many uses they have though. Like I set 6.
I have not actually added any to, well, you can slide kick them. I didn't know if you could in the map.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Their evilness protects them.
He's just running into the rock. What's he doing? I guess this rock is a imported rock mesh. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, he probably wasn't seeing it very well. He's like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to try to walk through it.
It's the rocks. When you place like a rock that's in creative down, it cuts out a huge square of grass. So I imported these ones. I went to Fortnite porting and got some and imported these.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
These use the textures from the ones in Creative. The other ones use textures I got from Fortnite porting as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like we have access to a pretty decent library of
Yeah.
assets to use, which is really nice.
I'm proud of this little hole that I put here. I was trying to make it look like a crater. It's maybe a crater after a billion years
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, the map is really awesome. I really like it. What you did on the city is just really, really cool. I could even see, like, again, like, you have so much space that, I know you have a couple other smaller POIs, but I could easily see, like a POI in the Dark Forest area, in the, the Cherry Blossom area. You have a lot.
Yeah,
You have
I
a lot
want
of
to
space.
add some more builds. I just need to be careful because I am sitting at around 90,000
Oh
memory.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Without the sprites. I'm at 95,000 with the
Okay.
sprites, but the sprites are here. They're a little space bubble. If the bubble needs to pop, the sprites will pop
go
with
out.
it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's good. Yeah. I mean, for stuff like that, I always worry about having maps that are too big because, especially unless you have like a huge following, it's hard to get like 30 people into a map at any time. Regardless of the map, that looks really nice. This area looks great with the cherry blossoms and the little pathways you have.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was saying you definitely did a good job with the landscaping and the environment.
Thank you. I finally got into using Fab on Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
And someone recommended this to me. Wait. Now I want to look. Because somebody recommended me to get assets from a certain creator.
Yeah.
On Fab. And Killian.
Oh, okay.
Killian. I think I'm saying his name wrong. But
I know who you mean.
Names wrong.
Yeah.
But he suggested this, so I went with it. I bought a couple of packs and kind of mashed them together, but I also changed many of the paints. Like, this is a new landscape paint. This is using the Fortnite grass texture for the floor, and then it's using the grass meshes and flowers that came with the pack.
Oh, nice.
The style of that pack specifically, I really appreciate.
Yeah.
And then the second pack has like ferns and a little plant. You'll see it in the forest.
Yep.
The thick forest is probably one of the most empty spaces in this map.
Oh, okay.
So as I was getting into things, I was like, I'm gonna do all this, but let the forest be as it is. Wailing Woods is able to be a bunch of trees in the Chapter 1 map, so we're just gonna have that be this forest too. But you'll see up here those plants. They're also in the biome that kind of is around the crater.
Okay.
But
yeah, I mean, any of the big areas that don't really have like any structures or anything could seem kind of large, but even with the trees, it fills out nicely. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to add some bushes and rocks to this one, and then I also plan on adding a gas station.
Okay.
Up here, I have it in UEFN. I just didn't want to delay the release of this map longer. I like to give things updates, and if I do all the updating before I release it, there's not much to make with updates.
Right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you always have tons of time to get the map out there, let people play it, see, if people aren't going to one area, maybe you need to work on that area or add things to it. There's always tons of time and room to make adjustments to the overall map or the environment.
Yeah, like my other one was really good practice for this one though. For sure.
I mean, every step, it's always easy to pick up new tricks, and you learn every map. You always learn so many new things.
Yeah. I just love it. I need to get better at using devices, though. a lot of trial and error, so maybe I am already good with it. It's just that I think I need to get it first. Did that one just disappear?
I think it was. I think it disappeared right as I shot it, but I don't think
Did you just kill it?
No, I've been trying to kill them, but the amount of evil in them doesn't let you kill them.
Oh, I wonder if there's a certain zone they can't go out of from their device.
Let's see. Or how many uses do they have?
They have 6.
Oh, 6 uses.
But usually they disappear after their last use. Like, you'll watch him fade away.
It did
You
explode,
won't slide
though.
kick him out into another dimension.
Oh yeah, I finally found a way to get rid of them.
You gotta kick them out of the device range.
Yeah. I wonder if that works in Battle Royale.
I think they would probably have the range set to where it doesn't do that. Oh no, this one's trapped in the corner with this rock. Don't worry, little one, I'll save you. Wait, there's one more part I didn't show you, the ice cream shop.
Oh yeah, let's see that. You can always go for some ice cream.
Traction from the hill. Don't mind the gravel being, like, not the right color to blend in with this material under it. I don't know how to stop it from doing that. It's using, like, I'm pretty sure maybe the chapter 5, like, what you call it? It's like a mask, the mask.
Yeah.
To change it to go for that biome. I think this is like the Hades underworld biome.
Oh, okay.
Color of these rocks. I don't know how to stop that. Every time I put like a custom material on them, they just show the no texture.
Oh, that's weird. The landscapes could be are pretty complicated to do. There's so many options with them. Oh, this looks really cool also.
Thank you. This was on a beach on the other map, but I like this build so much I decided I'm gonna keep it, and I put it somewhere else.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
These sprites are just so amazing. It'll be so sad when I have to delete them.
Well, maybe you'll find a way to keep them and everything. I'm just kidding. I like you squishies. I don't think you're evil. I just like messing with people.
It would be funny if they added a fire one that would see you and chase you around.
That actually would be fun. Actually would be funny.
Or you could pick it up and then you'd throw it and it would chase someone.
That would be cool too. Or even bomb ones. It would chase people and kind of explode or something.
That would be so funny and scary at the same time. You just hear it cheering, going woohoo, and then make like a weird evil sprite noise.
That would be actually really cool.
Run straight at you. It'll leave like a trail of fire behind it, and then it'll blow up.
that would actually be awesome.
That'd be hilarious.
So, all right. Well, I didn't want to keep you too long and everything. Is there anything else that you kind of wanted to talk about, or did you want to? We don't have to go into them, but we could go show some of your other maps really quickly, just in the lobby if you want, or is there anything else?
There's nothing else I really have to say. If you have more questions, you can ask away. Though I will answer what I can bring up answers
I know.
for.
I think you pretty much answered everything. I really appreciate you coming on and everything, and showing this map off. It looks amazing. You did such a nice job with it and everything. I hope you continue to just work on it and push it further and everything. I also feel like sometimes you could have like a map that is maybe works with a lot of players, and maybe even if you're not getting a ton of players in there, it doesn't mean you can't continue to work on it and just polish it off, because I think everything that you're learning there will apply to something else. And I've always found like you never know when one of the maps will all of a sudden take off. So you may get in there one day and there'll be like 600 people playing, which is what this map, a map like this deserves. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
Made this one more for like kind of more of my enjoyment, and then also it's just one of those small things that someone can go out and play and have fun on.
Yeah.
Friends or Like
Yep.
when I would load into public lobbies on my other one where people would just drive around.
Right, right.
They could drive around when I add cars.
Yeah.
I mean, they can imagine they're in a car. They could
That's
pull out the
true.
remote
That's
wheel
true.
and get a little car out,
Yeah,
start driving.
I didn't remember. I wonder how. You got that. How many? Do you know how much memory like one of the car spawners uses? I imagine it's probably a bunch.
When you first place it, I would use the whiplash since people can use their car cosmetics.
Yeah. Oh, that's
But
true.
the
That's true.
whiplash takes up like I believe it's an either or situation here. I
Yeah.
swear it's 2,000, but for some reason I remember 800 as well for the
Okay.
initial placing. I don't know how much it is to place another one each. I would imagine it's not that much because I had a lot on the other map. I would probably lower it on this one.
Oh, wait, I
But
know what to say. Do you have streaming on for this map?
I do not. I can never figure out LODs, so I just kind of let it be.
I wonder if that would be a good option, considering how big it is, because that might greatly reduce the. It might greatly reduce the memory that comes up. So it would you would I think generally it would load up the amount of memory that's in each section, and as long as none of them are over none of them are over the 100, you'll kind of okay. But total, it could be way over. So that might be one option for you to think about, and then you could keep the squishies. You could add a lot of cars, as long as they're kind of like in different areas too. So maybe something to try at one point.
I want to add like a whole other side to the city because there's a side where it just kind of views the crater site.
Yeah.
And it would make it a little more different than the city on the original version.
Yeah.
But I think that with streaming, if I can figure out, it might be useful after I finish adding builds and stuff with updates, because every time you change the map, I'm pretty sure you have to build LODs.
Yeah, I think it does, and also I think the memory calculation takes a lot longer once you start doing that.
Yeah, I think recently they changed it with how the memory calculation goes for those, so they are quicker, but they still take forever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure I saw someone say theirs is usually 40. That one just disappeared.
That one died when I shot it. I'm sorry, Squishy.
Oh my god! Wait, try that.
Dad11 here has asked, have you been doing any verse on your end, or?
My brain is not built for verse. I look at it and I die.
Yeah, I hear it. That's understandable.
I have actually. There's this map that I was working on that is going to have verse in it. It's just a work in progress there.
Yeah.
It's basically ready. I just gotta wait for.
I mean, I will say there are a lot of developers that know a lot of verse but don't have any like on the creative end skills, and just like you have like a lot of good creative skills and you may don't have the verse. So yeah, I have no doubt that you'd be able to find like someone to even team up with on maps and everything. That's pretty much what I do with my partner, Zero Shot Bob. He does all of our verse work. I do all of the design and layout and the creative stuff, and then we work together on like what our goal is and what our end intention is, and that's been really good. So I know there's other people like that would be happy to find someone that they could. Oh, that guy went far. That they could happy to find someone.
Running?
It looked like whoa! Oh, I freaked him out. He's had better days. I'm sorry, it's Valentine's Day. Hold on.
There's not a sprite here on my screen.
There's not a... Wait, I'm still getting it. Oh.
Does it let you pick it up?
No.
Oh.
Wait, can I...
The sprite lagged out. He disconnected.
No, he's... I gave him the jitters. Listen to him.
Hey, buddy, check your router.
Oh, I'm trying to hug him. Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you got rid of him, but you did not. Hey, can I find my...
Maybe he wants to.
Hold on, come here, Squishy. He doesn't even want to play ball.
Wait, hold on. You stay here and watch him. I wonder if it's this one that's on this rock that's just glitched
Oh,
out.
he stopped
Wait,
shaking.
this one's broken too.
He stopped shaking.
Oh, so sprites do not like these rocks. It's clear to me that these rocks, they might be allergic to them. Because this one's stuck on this rock right here. You don't see it. This is the one that glitched out.
Oh yeah, I don't see it here. I wonder if there's do you have custom collisions on the rocks, or?
I think it's just because these rocks are, actually no, these ones are considered props. I made a blueprint with them.
If the collisions are kind of weird, it might be having a rough time with the collisions.
No, I matched the collisions. I made sure of that. Maybe
okay.
It's just using the wrong kind of collision preset for the kind of
that
type
could,
it is.
That could be also.
I was messing with those in another one I'm working on, and I could never figure out how to get one that makes it so you can't throw porta bunkers at it. It's a pillars map.
Weird.
It's gonna have like a barrier around, but if you can throw the porta bunker on a barrier,
yeah,
you're not supposed to throw it on. I don't know. I gotta figure that one out.
I'm sure you.
You know what? We were talking about verse earlier.
Yeah.
I have a map. Actually, have you seen it? It's my gun game.
I'm not
the
sure
one
if
with
I have.
The flips. The maps do flips.
Oh, I think I did see it a while ago. Well, we'll go back to lobby. We could take a look at the We could look at it in the lobby, and
okay.
you could show me which one it is. Let's see.
Basically, I mean, it's why I stopped working on it was because it kind of went buggy.
It the board flip gun game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when you were working on this one. I do remember that.
This one was super cool. No verse.
Yeah.
All cinematic sequences and a lot of bugs visually.
Yeah. Anything with the cinematic sequences and moving items that interact with the players are just not. It's just not the best, unfortunately. I wish it was. I think we really need a cinematic sequence to verse converter. So we should be able to animate stuff in a sequence or in a sequence-like editor, and have that transfer that to verse code so it runs properly. I feel like there's no reason that we can't have something like that, or there's no reason that we shouldn't have a separate sequence editor for stuff like props that we need to animate for the players to interact with. I feel like it's just, to me, that we don't have something like that is just the oddest thing in the world to me. But I did want to say thank you so much for coming in, Warren.
Thanks for inviting me.
I really appreciate it. Fun. Yeah, it was great having you. Be sure to give Warren a creator follow if you are in the chat or watching the stream. Again, it's WornSnow88. And I was wrong about the 88. It's not his birth year or anything like that. So I lost the bet on that one. But I really appreciate it. Seriously, the map looks amazing. That city is so nice. You did such a great job with that, and I hope the map takes off. Good luck with the map, and thank you again for popping on.
It was a nice chat. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I don't even like it. You did a really great job on it. It's beautiful. It is beautiful.